Stop falling over. How's everyone doing? I hope you can hear me and not me and not my music I'm playing, which is George Harrison. Always backwards. Boop, 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 boop. There he is. Boop, 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 boop. So I've got a few people there. I know Jinx is on here, and someone else is, but I don't know who it is. So we'll play by ear. My live streams are horribly disorganized. I've only done two, and one was outside. That worked out. That was fun. Second one was fun, but weird. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't weird. So, anybody that's out there, I'd like to entertain any questions you might have for me. I don't care if you're a troll or a non-troll or whatever. I have one of the things that I wanted to do as a, I guess not as a joke, but thanks, Jinx, was to read the PCA as a Shakespearean actor, but I didn't want to do that because it's kind of serious. That was back when I was a jerk, and I thought that I don't know. Anyway, still would be funny to do as a to read it Shakespearean. Let's just pick out something here. On October 13th, 2022, investigators executed a search warrant of Richard Allen's residence at 1967 North Whiteman Drive, Delphi, Carroll County, Indiana. Just to make it more exciting, because everyone has done a reading or a go through of the PCA, all of the documents. Blah, blah, blue. It's boring, but I understand it. So, what do we got going here? Probably nothing. Hey, Carol. Good to see you made it this way. I was having trouble with my outdoor stream. I'd rather do that because it's such a nice day. Nice Mother's Day. Beautiful outside. Birds chirping. Dudes aren't mowing their yards. So it's quiet. Air conditioner isn't running because it's not hot enough. But it didn't work out. As I've said in I've made comments in other people's live streams that I'm very disorganized. I just get on here. I don't have enough subscribers. If I had more subscribers, maybe I would see. Maybe I could answer more questions. Of course, I only answer questions that are vague because I don't like to give out information because it's not wise. Oh yeah, gin and tonic. I got. Let's see. I don't have enough gin on me, but I would probably do gin and tonics. Actually, one thing that I've noticed or that I've tried recently are Jack Daniels. What are they? Jack Daniels. Uh, Something. I don't know. For lack of a better word, they're kind of wine coolers, but they're not. Because if I say I drink wine coolers, then it looks like I'm not a man. But anyway, they're pretty good. They've got different kinds. They are actually excellent. So, I was planning on heading over to Delphi this Wednesday. I had made a video that I had talked about going over there, and somebody said to me, "Why would you go over there and video a empty courtroom?" That's not the point. I wanted to go over there because I think that Delphi is actually a very interesting town. For those that didn't watch the Crime to Sleep, I kind of said what I did, or gave a kind of a brief synopsis of my history with the area. I used to go to used to go through Delphi. I used to go to Monticello. Monticello is a fantastic place. Anybody that's been there knows. Indiana Beach, phenomenal. We had a cottage, as my grandpa, God rest his soul, called. It was right across from the end of Indiana Beach. At the time, it was just a putt-putt golf course. I think they may have changed it. I don't know. Um, but I spent a lot of time there. So I used to fall asleep watching the Sky Ride go, and they used to shut that off at 11 o'clock. And the fireworks over the roller coaster, which probably isn't there. I haven't been over there in a while. I know that went through some financial trouble and somebody else bought them out, which was great because I was happy that that happened. But as I explained when I was on the live of Crime to Sleep, when the first hour happened before it got to become out of hand, which I didn't think it was really out of hand. We used to go occasionally to Lafayette, and to go to Lafayette from Monticello, you drove through Delphi on an old 25, which took you through town and out probably the southwestish end of Delphi. So I was fairly familiar. I guess that kind of gave me the made me more familiar with Delphi. And also, my connection to the Delphi case, I think I've stated enough, was that the two girls, Libby and Abby, are the same age as my son. I believe they would have graduated in 2021. That's when my son graduated. I felt a little bit of connection. I had been in the area. I'm close. I've been through Delphi. My son's that age. And the odd thing is, if you're into numerology, is that we lost their souls on February 13th, which is the same day that my brother passed away, only 2 years previous. He died of cancer, so I knew what that was. I mean, anyway. And numerology. My brother was born on October 26th, and that was the day that Richard Allen was taken into custody. So, don't believe in numerology? Whatever. I don't really believe in it, but I thought that was kind of interesting. I feel that my brother is looking down on me. Some other people might be on here. See, the thing is that my channel is not totally fixed on a certain topic, but I'm sure that the Delphi community, the Delphi followers I have, are probably more than anything else. As you can see, I'm a Beatles fan. There. This picture right here, beep, 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 is John Lennon, and I drew that. It was back when I used to be able to draw. Now I can't. Thank you, Jinx. Yes, I miss him every day. I put a post up there, appreciation post. I'm sure that you saw, if I remember. What the hell? Anyway, I had appreciation post for my brother. He was quite something. From the time he was young, he always wanted to be a fireman. He used to, every time the fire alarm where we lived at, we were close to the fire station at the time. They since moved it, but he would put on a rain jacket and then a cheap old fire hat and run down there and watch the fire trucks leave. He was cute. He would be 46 this year. He was considerably younger than me. My older brother and I are closer in age, but I always took care of him. He was my kid brother. I would like to see someone ask me. I see that there's 7 people. That's pretty big for me. You got to keep that in mind. I'm not a. I don't have a lot of fan base. So of the 7 people, I'd like to see someone ask me a question. I could give you a crazy answer. Yeah, Jinx, my brother had. It started out. They told me he had squamous cell. It was in his cheek. He thought he had a canker sore, and he went to the dentist, and the dentist said, I think you might want to have that checked out. So it was squamous cell, but it ended up classified as head and neck cancer. And he went through treatment, went through chemo. He had radiation to begin with. They put some weirdo mask on his face, and which he showed me pictures of, and went through that radiation. Once that radiation was over, it seemed to be okay. Then he had to start chemo, and unfortunately, they didn't realize that later that it had spread to his bones. So it had gotten into most of his bones to the point where that if he walked, he could break his bones. And that was unfortunate. So to wrap up this, I don't want to get too maudlin, as my dad would say. We met shortly before he died, and he said he couldn't take it any longer. And I said, "It's whatever. It's up to you." And he said, "I just don't want to do this any longer." And I said, "Yep." And within 5 days, he was gone. That's kind of a weird ending, but that's the way it went, and it sticks in my mind. Okay, I'm going to go to questions here. Jinx says, "At what point do you think RA will take a plea, or will he take this to trial?" He might take. He might try to take it to trial, but I don't know. I think he's going to take the plea because I think he's trying to protect people, and I think that person possibly is his wife. That's just my opinion. I don't like to throw out stuff, but I think she probably knows what happened, possibly knows more than what she's leading on, but I don't know. Who would know more? Who would know more of what happened that day than for Richard Allen than Richard Allen's wife? Richard Allen's mom? Possibly. But I think he will take a plea deal. And like I said, I think the plea deal will probably be the best for him and unfortunate for the family because once the plea deal happens, they won't be able to get all the details of what went on. From the 3021. From the 3021, you're the one that I claimed was Greeno, but I'm not so sure. It was a theory, but that's what you were. Is it just your opinion? Defense wasn't ready. Defense, you spell defense like British people do. Are you British? I don't think I think the defense was ready. The defense was ready for a mistrial. The easiest thing to do is is to hope for a mistrial for tainted evidence or what have you. Glad you're on here. I'm happy to see you. I've got eight. I've got 8 people on here. That is a record. See this right here? Boop, 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 boop. The hell? Why can't I point the right direction?
How come when all my hands are going, they're going the wrong way? Okay. See this right here? These are my yellow submarine guys. That's Paul. That's George. That's John. That's Ringo. How about that? Mhm. And if you look down here, you may see my tax returns. Anyway, back to what I say. I'm from 3021. What exactly does that mean? Australia. Oh, so you're from down under. Are you Greeno from down under? What is Greeno from down under? Postcode. Is that like a zip code? You're gonna have to fill me in there because I don't know what a postcode is. Is that zip code? What's it like is it winter right now or is it getting close to winter? Is it like fall in Australia? By the way, I could have went on StreamYard, but I didn't. I just went on here. I'm hoping I have a lurker or two that would like to come on there. Zip code, okay. So that's right, Jinx. I said that in I think the live where I was spewing my guts and then crammed to sleep, got rid of the video. I think Delphi for a small town. I mean, it's tough for a small town because I'm on the city. I'm on the city council, and it's tough for a small town like Delphi or my town of Watseka or any small town around here to try to exist without tourism. There's just no way to there's there's just no opportunities because a plant's not going to be here. You're not going to get Amazon. You're not going to. They're going to want to go to an interstate. Delphi's got a lot of roads going through there, but they don't have an interstate. 65 is close, but not close enough. So what Delphi did with the trail system is impressive to me. I was going to do a video of the little town they've got over to the northwest side, I think it is. They have a little town, like a little couple buildings there, blah blah blue, dee dee doo. But I wanted to go over there. It's part of their canal system. I know they have a canal boat over there, but I think. And anyway, I think that would be. I'm quite impressed with what they've done. Unfortunately, they have got bad press lately, obviously, but I commend them for what they've done. Yeah, hey Jinx, I've been to Riley Park too. It's cool. I like the suspension bridges running over over Deer Creek. I can tell you one thing. They have got a lot more than I have in my town, which is double the size. Jonathan Carol, you're mentioning JRL. That is Jonathan Lee Riches. Every time that someone says Richard Allen's name, I always go, Richard Allen. So if you say the guilty party is Richard Allen, you have to say Richard Allen. I saw him in Florida. There's a guy I follow on. Look, it's like the sun is dividing me in half. Right on my nose. Dee, 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 dee. Anyway, a guy on Twitter, X, for the hipsters, that says that, or does, I don't know, he's pretty popular. It's Chris Nelson. Maybe he's popular in his own mind. But he had Jonathan Lee Riches on there for some reason. I don't even know what it was, but I was waiting for him to go, Richard Allen. course, he did that so he could get on T&V, as my father-in-law would say. Well, Carol and Jinx, I'm glad you're on here. And Mr. Australia, 3021. I'm happy you're on here. I'm going to look up 3021, see what I get. I got multiple devices. I got a device here that's playing George Harrison, my favorite Beatle. Bobbity boop, bobbity boop, 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 bobbity boop, 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 boop. Let's see here. So I'm going to 3021. Let's look up 30. Should I look up Australia 3021? Maybe not. 3021. 3021. What is the meaning of 3021? Angel number 3021. Is that true? Is it really a postcode, or is it just an angel number? I think it's an angel number. So did you. You know, I watched a video of Jonathan Lee Riches, and he went into the bar, one of the bars. I think it's the one that may be next to the gas station across the Carroll County Station, Sheriff's Building. I think that might be where it's at. I'm trying to remember because you cross the tracks going west at McDonald's, where I've whizzed a few times, and then yeah, I think it was that bar that Jonathan, and he had his little press hat on. He's press, and he went in there, and they kind of threw him out. That's a shame. Yeah, that's true. 3020. I mean, your country was obsessed with lockdowns. What was that about? St. Albans, 3020. Okay, cool. Should I go back into the Shakespearean reading of the PCA? Because I figure the Shakespeare reading of the PCA will make maybe people appreciate it more, because the PCA is what it is. It's nothing special. It's what you do to arrest someone that's guilty. Let's pick it up here. Carroll County Sheriff's Department Detective Tony Liggett has been part of the investigation since it started in 2017. He's had an opportunity to review and examine evidence gathered in this investigation. Detective Liggett, now sheriff, along with other investigators, believe the evidence gathered shows that Richard Allen is the male subject seen on the video of victim 2's phone, who forced the victims down the hill. All right, I'm going to give that up, but I don't know, I'm trying to take a different spin on it. Let's go down further. This is for those that tried to pick out oddities in the PCA. Tony Liggett, along with investigators, believe the statements made by the witnesses because the statements corroborate the timeline of the death of 2 victims, as well as coincide with the admissions made by Richard Allen. Period. Further, comma, the accounts relayed by Betsy Blair. Uh-oh. I may have the older PCA with just initials. So let's skip down a little bit. Charges were filed against Richard M. Allen on October 28th, 2022. Maybe I should do this. It's like a skull. Where the hell was I? For 2 counts of murder. Once Richard M. Allen, or as we know, Richard Allen, was taken into custody, he was moved to the Westfield Correctional Facility, where he was harassed by Odinist, which is part of the Indiana Department of Corrections for safekeeping. He has been in said facility since November, 2022, period. When Richard M. Allen entered the facility, he was placed in the segregation unit for his protection. In the segregation unit, his cell was equipped with a video recorder which records his activities within the cell. Yeah, when I get to Keegan Klein. Keegan. I don't have to use weird old voice things. Let's skip down. Let's go a little farther in this. Investigators believe, that's almost the Watsika accent. Investigators believe the information that Westfield Correctional Facility has gathered since Richard M. Allen was placed in the facility is important to the investigation. Shakespeare. Investigators believe that there is video evidence that will include his emissions, plus his behavior prior to the mission and directly after. Period. Space. Investigators also believe logs kept of his daily routines are important to determine when he was in his cell and when he was removed, and the reasons he was removed. Period. Space. Further, any records of his physical exams and or mental exams will be important to determine the state of his mental and physical health. Period. Space. This information is needed to refute the allegations made by the defense's emergency motion to modify safekeeping. All right, that's crap. I don't know what any of this is. Most people don't. It's signed by Nicholas McLeland. He's got the burden to prove guilt, and I don't think it's going to be that hard. Defense needs to come up with something other than Odinism, and they're not going to, and thus will lead to the plea deal. Richard Allen. Hey, Frosty. Glad to have you on. Have you been enjoying my Shakespearean read of the PCA? It's something different. I don't know what else to do. Maybe I can go to this part. No, maybe not. Let's see. Oh, this will be good. This will be good. let's go back to this part. Through interviews, reviews of electronic records, and a review of the video at the Hoosier Hardware Store. I love when people that aren't close to this area can't figure out it's Hoosier and call it something else. It's always hilarious. Investigators believe victim 1 and victim 2 were dropped off across from the Mears farm at 1:49 p.m. on February 13th, 2017. By Kelsey German. Well, Waseca accent came out. Where was I? The Mears farm is located on the north side of County Road 300 North, near the entrance to the trails. Where I'd been. It's so scary. A video from victim 2's phone shows that at 2:13 p. Space. Victim 1 and victim 2 encountered a male subject on the southwest portion of the Monon High Bridge. And I'm thinking it's probably Mr. Richard Allen. I lost where I was at. Let's go to the chat. Okay. Carol, are you a mom? Do you have any children? So Frosty, you're at your mom's house? Well, that's good. You probably should see your mom on Mother's Day. From the 30 to 101. I'm going to say it like that now. From the 30 to 101. Outside of the 30-21 comma, GATs are scarce. So as a whole, we have no leverage to argue against. Storming outer. Capital was huge, but with the buildings being vacant and media not covering it. Okay. And then a follow-up, possibly, comma. It was a stalemate, so everyone just camped for a couple of months until the masses slowly thinned out. I'm going to pretend like I know what you're talking about, but I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with COVID, possibly. I don't know. Carol. Oh, I'm sorry about your husband. When did he pass away? I'm going to skip back up at the top here. You like my wall paint? Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I can say that's a bastard. Can you still hear me? Hopefully I didn't fall out here. My internet is dropping out on me. Can you still hear me? For some reason, my computer crapped on me. But my phone is fine. For some reason, my computer crapped on me. What do you know? You hear me? Let's tone that down so I can see what's going on. My computer is a pile of crap. So, anyway, sorry, Carol. So I understand. We got kind of a link because cancer is a absolute bastard. My brother went from, he got a diagnosis in around Mother's Day, oddly enough,
of 2014, and he was gone in January or in February of 2015. Sucked. For some reason, Mike, and you can still see me, but for some reason my computer locked up. So on that computer. So I have to read my phone. Really? So you put, oh, that's wonderful. Definitely, that's definitely the best thing to do. I did not know that about you, Carol, and I'm glad you shared that because now we have a little bit more of a link. You're gonna have to excuse me for 30 seconds because I have to PCA. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Can you see me? What is going on here? This is what happens when you have garbage equipment. You would think if I'm going to be somebody that thinks he's doing something, you would get the proper equipment to have a live stream. I don't know. Hey, I'm back. I'm back. Back, 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 back. Okay. Where was I? I don't know where the hell I was. Let's go back to the chat. Bitty beep, beep, beep. I got another computer over here. He's got his own mind. Hey, Julian, friend. Friend. Furry ones were the best. Jinx has nominated Noni to moderate. When the second is that my live stream? No, he probably doesn't know me. So, I mean, he references me, or he acknowledged me in the Crime to Sleeps video with Ruckus or live stream, and I think that was probably just out of pity. But anyway, doing okay. I need to get it. I need a new setup. This is this is like 2012 2012 setup, but I appreciate it. Let's throw one out to Rich or to Jonathan Lee Ritchie's. Richard Allen. Okay. Let's see. Where can we go with? Where can we go with? Let's see where we can go with Delphi. What is something that you want that you think is odd about the whole situation, the whole case, everything that happened? I don't want to. I want I want your
opinions. No, let's see. Where am I going with this? Where am I going with this? What do you think is odd? No, is that right? About this case? What have you questioned? What are the things that you questioned? I had questions at the beginning, and I think I've resolved most of those because of the evidence. Outlandish speculation, um, outlandish theories, beep, 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 connected together. JFK assassination, there's more than 500 people involved. None of them talking. So I want to know what some of your opinion is that seems questionable about this case. Yeah, Carol, I agree. I saw you posted that on something else, and I agree with it. Jinx, exactly. Social media affects rather efforts. I mean, yeah, social media has been a big part of it, and I think I was probably part of it that I didn't want to be. I don't like to. I don't like to set false impressions or send someone off in the wrong direction because it's just not right. So, like I said, I had a video that I removed. You can watch him as much as you want. I don't care. I'm not saying who it is, but the people who follow me understand it. He's over here. He's doing what he's doing. I just don't go along with that because I only follow what I see as facts in the case. And that's it. To speculate farther than that just doesn't seem right. And I won't do that. There's nothing wrong with having opposing opinion, opposing view, but I'm not going to go down that road. Social media is a real problem anymore. I'm old enough to remember when social media didn't exist. And it was phone calls, newspapers, TV. We talked about it the other night on Ruckus's show. We had a great first hour. Ruckus is, I think, 60. I'm 53, so we're relatively close. We had a great conversation on how it used to be. Whenever you had something that went on, you had your local news, which we used to watch Channel 3 in Champaign, which went to national news at 5:30, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time with Walter Cronkite. And like I said, Dan Rather took that over and it became horrible. Anyway, so that's what you had. You went by the news and they were honest. Now you have social media. Social media could go boop, boop, boop. I guess to be honest, that probably started with cable news because cable news could put this out, put this out, put this out, put this out, and hope you'd watch them. Smart on their part. Can't blame them for doing that. So, social media has become a place where you can take this that's out there, this that's out there, tweak it, simultaneously. Fire it onto Twitter/X, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, bobbity boo, bibbity pop. And you can say, and then once the comments go, it's like a tree. Branch this way, branch this way, branch this way, branch this way. And anybody can come up with the weirdest theory that they have. And when they see those theories, I want to be better than the last person that commented. I want to be the one person that has a better comment about it or a better theory. I'm the one that's going to get this. I want the likes. I want the attention. Even if it doesn't make any fucking, I don't cuss on my channel. Even if it doesn't make any freaking sense, I'm going to say it. Sorry about the F. I keep that off my channel. I don't have a video that has any of that in there. Now, privately, if you talk to me, it's going to be probably in every sentence. But I don't want to do it on YouTube because it's not right. Okay, I babbled too much. Let's go to the chat. I know I don't have a lot, but I appreciate those who are here and anybody that's on here. I'd love you to maybe tell some other people I want this moved. Uh-oh, I'm getting stuck again. I'm stuck again. Okay, I got it now. Julian, let's see. Let's go over here to the old reliable. Okay. Hey Jinx, if you want to promote any other channels that are honest, you can do it on here. If you want to do that, that's fine. Ruckus is my favorite now. I think he's the most level-headed, and I think he's the best. I like Steve. I've got a soft spot for law enforcement. Bobbity boo. I've been through that before. So you can, if you want to link people on there, that's fine. Let's see. No, when it comes to Noe, I told him the other night on the live that went into the ether. I told him I was complimentary, I guess you could say, that he was willing to go on channels that might disagree with him. So I gave him that. I think he's probably fairly decent. I don't know. I don't know. I'll leave it at that. I know he talks for other YouTube creators that he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to take the heat for it. How do I make you a mod? Tell me how to make you a mod, James. I'm a doofus when it comes to this. I'm a hipster doofus. Let's see. What if I click on you? What if I click on you? Probably gonna make my here we go. That work? I don't know what the hell that means, but you're a managing moderator. Does that work? Did that put that little wrench thing on you? I know there's a guy that does videos and everybody on there has a wrench. Ah, is that it? There, you got a wrench. Well, son of a, how about that? Now you can link people. Start linking everybody. Everybody you link is fine. Yeah. And that's my wife. She's watching. She's telling me. Um, I'm stuck. You can put links to Ruckus, of course. Hey, me. Yeah, that's good. Frosty, uh, Frank, Arv. Where do I go from here? I don't know. You'll figure it out. You know the ones that are. You know the ones that are the ones that that I agree with. But if you want to put people I don't agree with, put them too. I don't know who they are, but whatever. I want to stay fair. And I don't get money from Miller Lite. But I do like it. Let's see. I wanted to go back to I wish there was more than 10 people, but I appreciate the 10 people I have because that's more than I ever had. Julian Friend, are you still here? If you're still here, who do you think, or why do you think that Noe's brainwashed? I want to know why you think he's brainwashed and by who. Is it someone specific or something else? Is it? I'd like to hear it. Hey, Ruckus. Glad you're here. I'm running out of beer, so I might have to go get some. I'm glad you're here. I'm not very good at lives because if I was to say what I wanted to, it would be bad. Maybe not. Actually, I think I'm going to go get another 16 ouncer. Hold on. Oh, I'm going to put this on. Saved it. Lost my backing. Put this on for Ruckus. No, yeah. I bought this bad boy. I don't know. I have an enormous Irish head, so I had to special order this. The size was large enough. And my hair, which Ruckus doesn't have, my hair makes it harder to fit. I should have went on StreamYard. Then I could have some other people on here. About that popping. Okay. Oh yeah. Jinx did say that. Would you like some more? Or no. Jinx did say that I should join the LA. Actually, I think LA is kind of funny. I know he has no interest in the Delphi case, but that's all right. He's funny though. I like the mind or talking about the Negroes the other day because that's a 1950s reference. Um, that's what my grandparents called them. Called I don't want to say that. Called black people or African Americans. That was quite the step up from the previous my great grandparents, which was much worse. But I think LA is a cool guy. What is going on with this hat? I'm an idiot. Anyway, these aren't my real glasses. These are the ones I have to look at the screen. Okay. After all that, would anybody like to hear any more Shakespearean reading of the PCA? Probably not. Anyway, you let me know if you want to hear that. Ruckus, Boston Scally Cap, registered. Do you have a large head? My mom always told me that I ruined her because my head was too large. Probably too much information. Super cool, Granny. But no, he needs to stop. That courthouse incident was crazy. Things are going to get bad for him if he doesn't stop. I think he's trying. You think he's trying what?
I'm telling Irish people have large
Yeah.
heads. It's
Well, I
well known.
I did that. My wife wants to say that Irish people have large heads. That's obviously known. You have a bucket head. Yep. Anyway, back to super cool Granny. So Noe, what's your super cool Granny? What's your actual impression of Noe, or as yeah? What's your impression of Noe? I want you to give me what you think of him. What do you think what do you think he's adding to this case? Let's put it that way. I'd like to hear it. What do you think? What do you think Noe's adding or subtracting from this case? While you think that, I'm going to look up something, but I forgot. You know, if I had a real studio, this would be wonderful, but I don't because I'm an idiot. Huh? Ain't that something? Okay, that's right, Carol. You answered the question. The only connection to me, I don't know him, and I don't want to say anything. I think no, like I said, I think Noe's somewhat honorable for going on hostile territory to talk. Hostile, whatever. But I think the only connection he's got is that he was in jail with Kagan Klein.
Okay, I can't wear this any longer. Now my hair's messed up. That's something Ruckus doesn't have to worry about. Messed up hair. Um, okay. I would like to know those of you that are watching when it comes to Delphi. I doubt there's Beatle fans watching. You know, I'm surrounded by so many Beatles. Um, those of you that are watching, do you think that Richard Allen or Richard Allen's attorneys will seek a plea deal? I do, and I know Ruckus does. I don't know any other people that do, but I'd like to know. Is is the is the plea deal the best for Richard Allen? Me? Yes. For the families? No, because they won't find out important information. Anybody in there that's not commenting, I think I've only got maybe six. I've got a whole 12 people. Hey, it's bigger than I ever had. That might not be concurrent, or however you say it. So I could have 14, 16, 846. But yeah, Ruckus, I saw your poll. You know where I stand with it. And it's encouraging in some ways because it that it showed that a lot of people do think he's going to take the plea, and you know better than I do that it's very smart on his part and unfortunate for the family. I did a little brief outside video. I could have said more, but I didn't. I've I've thought that because it's just logical for him to do it. It keeps it protects his family. They don't find out exactly the details. The public, social media, especially public, won't find out the details. And it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. Or they say, yeah, that's the way it is. So your poll was 252 votes. I bet if I did a poll, I'd get 12. I wish I could open this up so I could have people on here. YouTube. I should have went on StreamYard. I don't think you can add people on here. Nope. Whatever. I'm gonna do another live stream sometime, and maybe I can have some people on there because they're much more interesting than I am. Because I'm not. Sometimes I tend to be not a serious person. Yeah, you'll get my numbers up, Ruckus. You got the numbers. You know, actually, to be honest, I don't really care about. I've never really cared about. Um, I don't know how to say this without sounding like a jerk. What sound like a Jake? But um, I'm not interested in making anything out of this. I just want people to watch me so they can hear me babble on, and I can say stuff, and then they can go, I agree with that. And I go, well, see, I'm not an idiot.
I know people want to hear me. I don't know. So I remind you of your best friend. Was he an idiot? Or is he cool? Hopefully he's cool. If he's an idiot, meh, I understand. So my husband, super cool granny, and my husband has been a lawyer for 43 years, and he thinks the defense is just trying to get the case thrown away before they get trial. See, that's mistrial. So that was what I thought of first. So strong. It's yeah. Well, that's like I said, it's a mistrial. I think that I think defense was hoping for a mistrial, playing social media, whatever, because that's where, unfortunately, that's where most of our most of the cases happen is in the court of public opinion, and it's unfortunate. Media, social media. That's the bad part of it. So he's cool. That's what, that's frick. But he's quiet. I'm not. I'm quieter than some people, but depending on the situation, I can get pretty loud. Known him since you were 4? Cool. Cool. Um, I should have put this on StreamYard. This could have been so much better. I could have invited so many people on. So I asked, it's your only friend that your actual life actually likes. That's good. We don't know if he is guilty or innocent, but we have to go through the process. All this pre-trial drama is crazy and dangerous. Can you imagine if this happened in the case? Yeah, it suck. But unfortunately, there's some cases that are more public than other cases. One case that's not public, that is public. The Delphi case is public, and I'm glad it is. But another case that's not public is the Flora 4. For some reason, that is not a public case. I don't understand why. Thanks, Jinx. I'm glad you were here. You're my first mod. Yeah. Yeah, and I'll talk Flora because I think it's a pretty it's a sad case because it doesn't get the attention it should. Hey, we got something again. So, Jinx, would you like to say anything about Flora? Or should I? So we got that in common. Like I said, we got that in common, Ruckus. Um, the Flora cases, I think that's more puzzling, personally, to me than Delphi does. I will leave it at that. Yeah, I agree, Jinx. Dr. Poon, really? I think I've seen you on other things. Bangkok. It's cutting it close. Um, yeah, but I definitely agree, Jinx. I think that is a little bit more of a lot more of a corrupt situation than
Delphi is. hmm And I don't have anything against any fire department. We got in my town, like I've said, I've stated, I'm on the city council. Our fire department has really improved itself in the last 2 years with the new fire chief. And everything that we've done to improve it is just, everything we've done is to improve the fire department. And I think it's gone quite well. So I don't want to say anything about the fire department, but that doesn't account for everything. Because some fire departments are kind of lax, but yeah, Yoder was the only one who tried. Yep, I agree with that. From what I've seen. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I know Coach Gav was. Checking my phone there. Sorry. I know I'm not the greatest at these things, but this is free flowing. It's kind of like you're hanging out with me and I get bored and start reading my phone. Dr. Poon, what do you mean by that? Strange that Delphi murders is connected to a case over 1,000 miles away. Which case would that be? Dennis Randall up and resigned, and then his son Adam Randall. I know. Sorry, but that's kind of how things go. Nepotism is can run rampant. We try to keep things. We keep nepotism out of ours as much as we can. The Flora case, I don't. Okay, this is from Dr. June. The Flora case, I don't understand the connection. I personally don't think there was really a connection. I don't see where there is a connection. There could be, but I personally don't see it. Jinx Dennis Randall was the Indiana State Fire investigator. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Ruckus. Glad you came in here. Appreciate it. Yeah, I agree, Jinx. But sometimes that sometimes that happens. As much as it sucks, it does.
Another good question, James. Those are the kind of questions that I have to deal with. That I can't explain. No, you're fine, James. That's fine. I'm still looking around to see if I can invite somebody in if I wanted to on here. I don't understand why YouTube itself won't allow anybody. I'm reading. I'm reading on it. Well, 1, 2. I don't know how the hell it goes. Maybe I missed it at the beginning, but I should go back to my StreamYard. That's probably what I do. So when the next time I'm on here, whenever, I'm gonna do it on StreamYard. My intention was to do it while I was sitting outside because it was nice, much more appealing. Would you rather see the outside, the sky, the sunny day, the beautiful weather, or would you like to see this room? So I'm going to, I think I'm going to end this, and I appreciate everybody that was here. I was happy to have you all along. This is the biggest live stream I've had, so that was great. So I will see you next time. I don't know, maybe at one time I had 14 people on here. I think the last live stream I had 3 or 4. So I'm huge. So until next time, I will see you then, and it could be in just a few days. You never know. Bye bye.